Would you please welcome my special guest from WWT Channel 5, Thom Brennaman.
Thank you, sir.
Nice to have you with us.
My pleasure. Great show.
Thank you.
This is great.
Thank you. Well, it's nice to have you here, and I guess we just got you because you're going to be leaving pretty soon to go to Chicago.
A couple of weeks going to work for WGN and Chicago Radio and TV to broadcast the Cubs games for the next.
So you'll be working with Harry Carey?
Well, I'm never actually in the booth with Harry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he and I actually flip-flop.
Okay.
Well, I'm on radio,
That's
he's
true.
on TV,
That
and
is
then
true.
we reverse of that.
Right, right. Did you grow up in Cincinnati?
Well, went to junior high school and high school here. Moved here when I was 12. So for the most part, yeah.
And where did you go to high school?
Anderson.
Oh, did you?
Right, on the Anderson Township.
Your way.
Yeah. You from out there? Pat?
Yeah.
Right?
Way, way out.
Good spot. No, see, we consider this way
true.
out there.
We drive a long way.
That's a hell of a long way.
Yeah, right. But where did you go to college? When you went to college, did you have in mind to study broadcasting? Is that what you wanted to do?
No, actually, no, not at all. I wanted to go to law school, and then I realized there's too many lawyers out there anyway, as we all know. So I said to heck with that, and literally it hit me one day as I was driving down. I worked in Nags Head, North Carolina every summer and lived with my grandparents down there. And I was in a daze, I think, after 2 or 3 days of studying for exams, and hadn't picked up a newspaper, turned on a TV, listened to a radio about what was going on in sports, and I grew up around sports.
Right.
And turned on the radio and realized it was the first time that I didn't know what was going on in sports. And then it hit me from that day. I think it was in my end of my sophomore year.
So then you went to Ohio University?
Right. I was at Ohio U at that point, and got into broadcasting the following year with the university station. They had a lot of small ones around, very available, and a lot of kids I know out there who ask me about going to schools. I tell them that a lot of the big schools that are known, like a Syracuse or North Carolina, but you have so many people in those kind of programs. I would recommend going to a little bit smaller school. I think Ohio U has 13,000 students there.
Right.
But you have more of an opportunity to get involved in radio and TV if that's what they want to do. I'd like to see Bob get my job, though, at Channel 5.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna.
Then maybe I can take his job.
I was going to.
I'll get your job.
Heck yeah.
I appreciate that. I don't know what to say, but I was going to ask you about a replacement, though. I was going to.
If you could be the replacement?
No. Is there anybody in mind as your replacement for the baseball games that you know of?
To my knowledge, no.
You did a lot. You did the Reds games, and you probably got a pretty good feel for the team. What do you think about the team this year? I mean, do you know many players that are coming back? Do you know who's going to be on the team, and what do you think they're going to do?
I think the team's pretty much the same as it was, a couple of years ago when they finished second. Last year was one of those deals. I think Paul Brown called it an aberration for the Bengals.
Right.
When everybody got hurt. If they're healthy, most of the same guys are back. And it was interesting. We went on a Cubs caravan a couple of weeks ago all throughout Illinois. And Jim Fry, the GM of the Cubs, still thinks to this day that Cincinnati has the best talent in the National League. He thought it'd be interesting on how the new manager fares here, Lou Piniella coming in to take over for Tommy Helms and, of course, Pete Rose.
Right.
It's just a team that's got a lot of talent. They never lived up to it. And
Yeah,
I think they've had a lot of problems getting along together and whatever the case may be. And he seemed to think that, not to put a blame on Pete Rose by any means, but that identity of the Big Red Machine is finally gone. And that might help this team form its own identity because they've got a lot of talent.
Hopefully, and we'll look for him to have a great year. And best of luck to you in Chicago.
Thank you.
We're going to miss you, but I know you're going to do a great job there. And I guess we can watch on cable, WGN,
WGN.
on cable, so we'll tune in.
Well, when the Cubs are on, they can watch us, and then they can turn to your show after that.
There you go. Both of the best of both worlds.
That's exactly
right. There you go. Thanks for being on our show.
Thanks for having me.
Thom Brennaman.